Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. So I did a really interesting karmic reading, and this is going to be like a little bonus, to that reading. I will put the link, in the video. So yeah, I want to channel like me. When I include the karmic, I'm telling you, it's just for explanations. At the end of the day, it will always come back to you, divine feminine. So I'm asking divine masculines, what's their shared energies with the karmic, and what's the message or the energies that he's trying to send you. So let's see. I have this card here, sadness. We will see each other again. Woman, that's the divine feminine card in my little deck here. I cannot excuse me, I keep getting that card with the divine masculine when it comes to like karmic energies, and when it comes to being far away from you. It's like he's reaching somewhat of a breaking point, I can tell you. And success, I keep getting that card too. I'm telling you, if you're resonating with my energy, your idea of success to your divine masculine is like his pockets full of pentacles, like somewhat of a stand-up, family unit and love for himself, meaning the divine feminine. And I'm really glad how this card here came in the middle. So you can see the sadness, that this guy is undergoing, and the fact that he's like, for me, he's reaching a breaking point. I can feel it, And this here, I'm seeing the success that he wants is to be able to see his divine feminine again. I need one more card, but you're getting the idea. These cards will just guide me. We will go on, about the reading. I got one here. I messed up. So you see, what I'm feeling too. I can tell you, your divine masculine, they've messed up with the karmic as well, And I'm telling you, the sadness that he's feeling, the karmic is in there too. Like, I can tell you, your karmic mattered, to your person for some time, or the longest time, So whatever, plays out between them, he's definitely going to feel the energy, and for the moment, his sadness, he knows he's messed up that relationship too. Soul journey. So you see what your divine masculine is on, I'm telling you, that's exactly the reason why him and any type of karmic will stop like resonating sooner than later. I got one trapped card here. I love when this happens, But yeah, I will check on it in a second. Because I can tell you, I keep telling you, once he starts looking into the light, he cannot turn back. It's like at the end of the day, the divine, destines you for what, for whatever you're supposed to become. And if, divinity has chosen your divine masculine, karmics are just going to entertain him for a second, but at the end of the day, there's a bigger picture. So this card, Judgment. The reading I'm referring to, I'll put the link up, was about, divine masculine making the choice that I'm a little bit like referring to as I'm talking about the soul journey. Well, I can tell you, people, he's choosing to be on the soul journey, and he's choosing you above karmic energies, and that's that. Variance. This is like my angel card. Soulcraft. I'm telling you, it's a little bit like this guy, he's being called up, for duty. Soul song, yet again. This here will inspire me throughout the reading. Nourish. I can tell you something as like, I've been channeling lately. My channel is a little bit different, for like newer subscribers, because I also want to focus on like energies. I'm liking things like this. Well, I can tell you I've been feeling lately, and I'm loving the woman here. Excuse me. It's like, I've been telling you, like, I could feel it lately. Our divine masculines have also tapped in their feminine energy. And I can tell you something, for them it's a little bit different. You nourish, he like provides. I can tell you, divine feminines are getting like set up to provide and protect, the feminine energy, which is why he's starting like to resonate with it. I can tell you that much, to have like compassion for it, instead of going for the blueprint or the matrix, that people have, pushed on our masculines, for the longest time. I can see somewhat of like, divine masculine revolving around the feminine energy, and like adding the feminine energy or respecting it within them, and I can see it here like definitely wanting to provide, which is why for those who are interested, this success card is here too. This is how he proves himself to you, also by providing for you. Inner voice. One more, but I can tell you, this guy here, I can feel them, awakening and being able to receive your vibrations, people, like divine feminine's vibrations. You see that, like the union card. So maybe it's a little bit different. As I see these cards together, it's a little bit like this union is calling him to, people. Let's go on. These cards will guide me. Let's go on. But you can see the union card is a little bit like, even in the karmic, reading, the union card is there. So let's see. Karmic and divine masculine's energies for now. I'm telling you, did not tell you this like sadness here. You have to understand, for some of you, that at the end of the day, it's been like a spark within him, for the longest time. The fact that there was something ahead of him, or like better for him, this like soul journey type of thing, and this union above all. But I can tell you, if that's not the case yet, it will be in the very near future. And I can tell you, those are more like past energies, meaning, those seeds been planted, for quite some time. I'm telling you, this is what the sadness, is attached to when it comes to your divine masculine and the karmic. It's the fact that this guy is like, he's bouncing. Whether she wants to accept it or not, I'm telling you, no matter what he chooses, somebody is hurt, in this equation. Somebody is like left out in the cold in this equation, because at the end of it all, somebody's leaving. This thing is happening, people, and somebody ends up like in despair and regret at the same time. It's like the karmic and DM, they're losing at their own little game there. So let's see that transformation, You see that idea of walking away yet again. I can see it with the Chariot, to the Ace of Pentacle, and the fact that this thing here would be over between them, like the Ten of Swords. Yeah, this guy, he's definitely walking away from this thing, people. If it was a personal reading, or like if I could read for myself, this is exactly what I would see here. I'm telling you the stuff that has actually happened is the fact that this like karmic, situation was just like apprenticeship for your person. And once he managed, to transform, once this thing here had like no purpose anymore, he was ready to walk away from this thing. And I'm telling you, when I see the Ace of Pentacle to this card here, this thing here is happening like for real in this world, like in real life. This thing was just apprenticeship to your person. And I'm telling you, the Chariot to like the Death card, he's going, he's leaving. Nothing can change that. And you can see the Five of Cups to the Ten of Swords. It's like it's over. No matter what it takes, no matter who ends up hurt, this thing is over. You can see it for yourselves. It was just like, the karmic was supposed to bring something to your person. Yeah, you can see it here. Like at the end of the day, I'm telling you, this guy here, he felt trapped, in this like karmic situation there. And he's walking away from this thing, and he's doing that for himself, people. And I'm telling you, what he's walking towards a real relationship this time around. In the karmic reading, my last karmic reading, it was like pretty much like a comparison between you and the karmic. I can tell you all the things, that the karmic has or is like compared to you. This Two of Cups here, it tastes different with the karmic. With the karmic, it felt like a trap. And in his heart, what he wants right now is like a real relationship to somebody. I'm telling you, there was an element of like madness between your DM and the karmic, whether you're aware of it or not. I know it. And I know nothing about my DM's karmic. Yeah, I'm telling you, no matter what he chooses, there will be damage, when it comes to the karmic. And I can explain to you why in like another way. It's because these two, they're linked together. So even like severing this relationship, it takes a toll on people. That's exactly what's happening. It's a little bit like it's hard to leave the past behind. It's hard to cut ties, with people you care for. Well, I can tell you, it's even harder to cut ties with like karmic energies. He feels hurt, she feels hurt too. And your DM understands, that no matter what decision he makes, somebody gets hurt. And this here is not like the Three of Swords, it's more like, this here is like at the very moment this stuff happens, that's when it hurts. Lets you know, I need to see like the Three of Swords with like a feminine figure, because I believe your DM is more going to be like hurt for a second, or have to hurt somebody, and that the karmic is going to be heartbroken a little bit longer, because at the end of the day, this guy here, he's following a path, that's like dictated within him. So he got like a purpose, and I don't know what the karmic has at this point. What is she following? Yeah, I can tell you, even for some of you, if you pay attention to the whole thing, you would feel this energy that I can see here, or that I can feel myself. Like lately it's been ridiculous. I can tell you, if you're a little bit like intuitive, you can feel it in the air that something is like going on. You can feel it. you can feel that something is going to happen in the future, period. And with the Nine of Wands here, you can feel that it's going to happen soon. 9 plus 1, 10. And check this out, 1 plus like 3, 4. You can feel your union actually like coming your way if you're intuitive and if you're resonating with my energy. Is like a little bit like one more week or one more day or one more hour type of thing is imminent for some of you, and you will be able to feel that, especially if you're having somewhat of doubts for the moment, about this thing, like, I've been waiting and nothing is happening, like, what's going on? If you find yourself 2 plus 8, 10 in like a limbo type of situation where you feel like something's got to give, yet you can feel some type of energy and you've purged, lately, I can tell you, the only thing that's happening is that you're feeling, your union coming your way. Divine feminines, and I hope that it makes sense to you. If you find yourself like purging, you know what's going on. And purging like a lot, like things that you've been carrying for years, for decades for some people. So a little bit more about DM and the karmic. This here, there are like a couple of things that I'm feeling, yeah. Ooh. Yeah, you can see, I told you about the karmic, like I can feel it. She's going to be more heartbroken than anything. I'm telling you something. If I see the Queen of Swords, like especially in reversed, or the Queen of Wands in reversed, I know what she's up to, But there are two things I'm feeling. It's a little bit like going like psycho a little bit on your person, because the pain that she's going to feel from him, like leaving her or even thinking about that, is going to be like unbearable to her people. That's what I can see here. And or the deception that she's felt, and I can tell you why. It's because this lie, it was her union. It was like everything that she had ever wanted. So, for the DM to think that he can remove himself from that, is like this girl here, she ends up like disappointed, feeling like she was betrayed, heartbroken, and like in the dark night of the soul energy. I'm telling you, let's check for the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords in reversed. How this guy here, a little bit like, I'm telling you, you see this Queen of Cups here? People, believe me, I can feel those energies. Believe me. I'm telling you, the way that he sold this thing to the karmic, your DM, throughout their relationship is a little bit like, I cannot give you everything, because at the end of the day, I want success in my life type of thing. Meaning like, I love you, you're the woman in my life whatsoever, but my absolute priority is to make something out of myself. I can tell you, inside he knew the truth. The truth is, let me tell you, the fact that this karmic was never true love to him. And I can see it here with like the Seven of Swords, right after that. It was like that was a little bit of his lie. The main competition that she could see, was this like, I'm working all the time type of thing. Whether that was like the way your DM had like space or like freedom to cheat actually on the karmic, or whether that was just like his escape. Well, I can tell you, the escape was that, inside I know that I have like true love somewhere waiting for me. It's not even about the money, the true victory, it's about this love, if it makes sense to you. But the way he sold it to the karmic, and I can see it here with the Four of Cups, is like, I'm making something out of myself, so I cannot give you everything. And I can tell you something else that I'm feeling, For some of you, your DMs are like really making it, people. I don't know if you understand that, they're like really about their money, about their business, and I can see a man like, this kind here, if he wants, he can build empires, he can do anything, he can be like an entrepreneur in anything that he wants, and this thing is going to be like, you say, a dwell of money. But inside, in his mind, the bigger picture was always this true love here, and I hope that it makes sense to you. So a little bit more. Oh, I got one card. Do you see this, people? I need one more card and I'll tell you. Yes. I keep telling you, check this out, people. 1 + 9. 10 here and another 10 of swords there too, and it's like he's telling me that he cannot, that there's this sadness there. I'm seeing like, my divine feminine cards, people. You better believe it, So you heard what I said is just like confirmation of what I was saying, that your DM along the way, he always had like a secret garden, people. But the way it looked from outside, or what the karmic felt, it's like, this career is my main competition. Well, I can tell you she was very wrong. The divine feminine is your main competition, and that's when you should be worried as hell, and this girl here, I'm not like laughing about her sadness. Even I have enough in me to respect that, but me, I really enjoyed the whole like spiritual laws, strings and games. I love it, and I'm telling you, that's the energy that she will end up in, because she won't be able to let go of this thing, and I'll tell you, why. There's like an element of like arguing between DM and your karmic, and the karmic, sorry. I don't care how it looks like, I don't care how it looks like from outside. The truth is, this thing between them is like finished, The arguments, I'm telling you, it's like your DM, he wants to remove himself from that. So let's check for the hermit as well, because he's trying to heal himself, from like what he now understands was like not true love. I can feel it here, and I'm telling you, remember the cards, this whole thing with the karmic at the end of the day was just like apprenticeship to your person. Well, I can tell you it was the case even when it comes to like intimacy, like what you call it, like developing your charm, or like your way of flirting, whatsoever. He learned on top of that too, and that's how he sees it. That's a little bit like where the mental conflicts, lay with him. Well, with her is the fact a little bit, either that was my first love, that was my first husband, I've had my first baby with him, is the first guy that sent me, to cloud 9 and back, type of thing, like a very immature type of energy. You can see it here. Like, I'm telling you, your divine masculine is like he's always going to remember the karmic, but she will like never forget him. When she looks back, at her like what you call it, like personal life, she will always come back to him. Like, my past, or like the man that mattered in my life was such and such, the divine masculine's name is going to come out, because for her, he was like her sense of victory, which is why she ends up like hurt and in the dark night of the soul as he leaves. I'm telling you, divine masculine is like, if he has not yet, he will end up leaving the karmic. And I'm telling you something else, if they are in each other's lives, like right now, this thing here, because she doesn't want him to leave, and he's like going for his union, because at the end of the day he's on a soul journey. They're arguing, like, you better believe it, about many things, and like over and over again. And I can tell you something else, for some people there are like even other people in this mix here. It's like it's like a web a little bit for some people. These arguments is a little bit like, divine feminine, the karmic, calls her mother, that starts talking to DM, or like, or a friend, or DM calls a friend, keeps like starts talking to the karmic. Like, there are many people involved for some of you, whether family or friends, trying to save this whole thing, because she cannot have that happen. So let's go on and finish this reading. I don't want it to be too long. It's just a bonus. Let's see. You can see it here in like another form, like this guy changing his mind and leaving the past behind, because at the end of it all he's finding to his divinity. I don't even have to like explain that, just a change of mind. And this here truly is like, if you change your mind, you change your heart. That's exactly what's happening to him. She's holding on to this common past, and for him soon it'd be like history, I'm telling you. Let me see. Oh. This here I have to flip, because then it's the same thing, but this here I have to acknowledge. I'm telling you something. In this journey here, in this equation here, whether you, the karmic, or the DM, everybody had their fair share of pain, that's what I'm seeing here. This thing here, it was like honey to no one involved, I'm telling you. But the true blessing is like when the smoke clears, or like when the situation starts like transforming, just the same way your DM is doing or will be doing sometime soon. It's like, I'm telling you people, if you found yourself like purging sadness lately, you're getting closer to your union, people. That's all I can tell you. You're getting closer to your DM. Because for some of you, you can feel it too, in your lives, divine feminines, the sun is, the star as well, but the sun is starting to shine for you guys again, and you can see here this end of this like entrapment, that I could feel. And I can tell you something that I dared not say, because me, like, I'm very naturalist type of person, I am on the floor. You should see this, like bare feet with my little water and stuff, just doing this reading for you. And when I really want to channel, I don't drink water, people. But yeah, I wanted to say, if you find yourself like being a little busier, with your digestive system, like undergoing somewhat of a cleanse, do you say, like a detox, or like, cleansing your insides, that's when you would figure out what I'm trying to tell you here. This trap here, I can tell you, though it was swords, it was like, letting go of like trapped type of energies, undigested type of experience, within you. And that there it comes like in a form of purging. And if you want to see if the purging is real, check if your body is purging also with you. And that's all I'll say. This like solar plexus chakra I'm thinking of right now. Well, I can tell you a lot of you have like freed themselves from many of things that were like holding them back. And I can tell you a lot of you have cut cords too, and that's exactly what your DM is doing when he's like Xing out the karmic, Let's go on. Hope that all of this makes sense, as like for now I just channel things. You know, I can tell you it's the same idea that, you know, no matter what happens, somebody gets hurt. And I'm telling you, I can feel it here. It's because, you know, some of our divine masculines, they have like real situations with the karmic, you know. So it's not like a young, you know, single man whatsoever that can just leave the situation that I'm feeling here. Well, I'm telling you, somebody is like freeing themselves, you know, from like the guilt, you know, of leaving somebody behind. And like this here today, it feels a little bit like a child too. So if your divine masculine has children, you would know. Well, I can tell you, this guy, he knows that he can feel it, you know. There is like, there's this sun energy here once he put an end to all of these things here and leaves like the karmic and everything, just like you in the past, and like focus on the now, you know. I'm telling you, he's like ready for that. He knows that there is something there for him. He can feel it, you know. One more card from this deck and we're getting ready to finish this reading, so you can see a little bit more of like the karmic energies. Yeah, I could see it, you know. The karmic doesn't want this thing to end. I'm telling you something, she will never be able to like transform herself around the breakup that I can see here is going to happen or has already happened, you know. He'll transform, she'll refuse to, and I can tell you it's a little bit like, I'm telling you, the karmic will always remember your divine masculine. To you, he's like a piece of, you know what, to her, he's the best thing that has ever happened to her. It's a little bit like you hate him for what he does, but you love him, you know, despite yourself. Well, the karmic, she just cares for him, period, you know, because she doesn't know the truth about him. The truth about him is not good for her, you know. Well, I'm telling you, I can see a karmic here not being able to move on from this thing. I have to draw some more cards, but I can tell you, it's like it's too bad I didn't see this Queen of Swords in reverse or like the Queen of Wands in reverse, because I can tell you she's going to go either like psycho or ape on this guy, because she won't be able to like transcend her pain. I can see it here and I can see it here too, and I'm telling you, I can see what I'm talking about here. There's an element of her being really sneaky about this whole thing, you know, past the separation, because of the pain that she's feeling some more. You know, it's like the way that I read card, I'm telling you, the karmic is in this Three of Swords energy as we speak. You know, I could feel it throughout the reading. It's like the separation between them, it has already begun, no matter what. You see, it's like you're definitely that your divine masculine, you know, removing himself from this devil energy. I'm telling you, lately having no more doubts, you know, when it comes to this thing, which is why this guy here, he can heal. I'm telling you. Where is she? I'm sorry, I'm looking for here, the High Priestess. No more doubts. I'm telling you, this guy, he doesn't trust the devil anymore. He's bet on him like often enough and realizes this guy here, he wants nothing from me, you know. So I know what I'm going to go about. And like divinity, I'm telling you, he's going to follow the true light, you know, which is why now he can heal also from like past experiences, you know. And for those who really follow, remember when I told you in the beginning that I could feel your divine masculine, you know, getting in tune with his divine feminine side? I can see it here yet again as I'm speaking these things to you with the High Priestess, you know. I can see it. So that was for your divine masculine. And one last card for the karmic, because I need to know how she's feeling. You better believe you better believe that the Queen of Wands is like the true divine feminine, is like going to crush the party like nobody's business, you know. You better believe it. One last card. I'm sorry, it's like before I explain this thing to you, it's like I have pictures, you know, in my head. Yes, people, I can tell you something that I am seeing. This girl here, before, she's not gonna go ape like right now, but she will sooner than later. You remember the same strength, you know, that you had to display just to manifest your DMs back in your lives or whatsoever, just to be on this journey with him. That's exactly what the girl is doing. I'm telling you, the arguments, you know, are a problem, you know, between them. Well, where she's really putting in work, you know, is like to keep it cool with him. But I'm telling you, she cannot. I'll give her this like Queen of Wands for a second, you know. She cannot. She still has that fire, you know, within her. And her like really working at like not causing arguments within, I mean, between them, it's exactly what's like, you know, sending her off track. But that doesn't even matter, you know, because I can tell you the true divine feminine is coming in their mix, whether she wants it, you know, or not. And I can tell you something. This here, it will always be like an experience that would have shocked, you know, the karmic, because at the end of it, you can see it, you know, with the Six of Swords to the Two of Cups. She will never be able to move on from this relationship here. This may be very specific, you know, but if you're resonating with my energy and this reading, just know that the karmic here, she will never be able to let go of your DM. I'm telling you, she'll remember him for life, you know. And I'll tell you why. It's just because he's a light being, you know. He's like star seed in the making. That's something. No future between them. This thing here has no divine purpose, so at the end of the day it's going to end, you know. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. And I'm telling you something, your divine masculine, he's aware of who is coming his way. You better believe it, you know. You it's like that's the thing he's walking towards. But you know, let's take a second to acknowledge that there is like no future. The Two of Wands to me is a connection. I'm telling you, there was a connection for a season and a reason between the divine masculine and the karmic, you know. But at the end of the day, it was never meant to last, because they have no common divine mission, period. Let's go on. Heart chakra. Definitely somebody in their feelings, you know. I can tell you that you're a divine masculine. If he never believed in love, now he's believing in love, people. If he never thought this thing could happen to him for whatsoever reason, you know, now he believes that, you know, this love thing is there for him too. If he was cold for the longest time, I can tell you he can feel, you know, his heart like warming up. And when I see, you know, soul song is a little bit like, you know, now music inspires him, sounds inspire him, what's going on around him, you know, like moves him, is a little bit like he has unlocked something within him. And I'll tell you what it is this heart chakra here. And I can tell you something, for the same love story, somebody ends up in the darkness, the other one towards the light. I'm telling you. For the same heart space shared, you know, somebody ends up in the shadow, the other one in the light. Some more. And I've had that too. He's hopeful in the last reading. He's hopeful. She ends up, you know, heartbroken. Awareness. I can see it here too with the High Priestess. Solitude. Material and spiritual prosperity. This here is different, people. And it's beautiful to me because sometimes that's the type of message that I really need, you know. You know, as he's like waking up, healing, you know, to the idea that he has to give to you, that he has no more doubt, you know, about this whole thing, that he knows that he has transformed for you, and if he hasn't, he will. One thing is a little bit like, and I can see here, this card, Soul Song, if you bear with me. I don't remember the name of the track, but you know, like, I'm a big MJ fan, no matter what the controversy, you know, around him. Think he was a genius. And there's a song called Tell the Angels No. Maybe I'll check it out for you guys, but you know, I don't want to leave my baby alone. I don't want nobody else to hold you. That's the chance I'll take. Heaven can wait. Literally, with my angel card. Well, I can see it here. He's aware that all the time that he does not spend with you and loses, you know, with this karmic here, you are by yourself too. And I'm telling you, this guy here now, he wants to give to you. So even the idea of like you being by yourself, I'm telling you, it's like it's unbearable to him. And you know, if he gets like, oh, because he's in tune with his heart chakra, if you bear with me, sorry, I'm tongue-tied as I'm trying to explain this stuff to you. But it's like, yeah, if he's aware of it, there's the magician in him too. He can make stuff happen, but I can see it here, like aware that, you know, I'm wasting time not being with her. I'm leaving, you know, my baby alone, and I want to give to her. So, you know, even his time, I'm telling you, he's going to give to you. And what I really like is the sun, to this card of like generosity and like nourish. You know, I'm telling you, this guy here, when he comes back, he sets on like being somewhat of an angel to you. I can see it here, you know. And for those who doubt the energy, or like, you know, this is too good to be true, figure out what kind of divine feminine, sorry, you are, and why wouldn't this thing happen to you? Why wouldn't it all come to you? What kind of person, what kind of human being, what kind of soul are you? Why wouldn't somebody, you know, want to take care of you just like you take care of others, you know? And I'ma leave it at that. So one last card as to like karmic and divine masculine's energy. This here is too many, you know, but one is here, so I'll take it. Power. I could see her power, but her power is going to be like, how do I dim down the fights, you know? Well, I can tell you your divine masculine's power. I can see it here, you know, and these are the cards that I choose to acknowledge, you know. At the end of the day, he's in tune, you know, with his heart chakra. That's where the true healing, you know, comes from. So he can start feeling things, and that's all it is, you know. Some more. When it comes to the karmic and our divine masculines. Soulmates. I'm telling you, the karmic is going to go ape on him. She's going to go wild. He has no idea yet, you know, because he's in his heart chakra type of energy. He knows he has hurt her, but I don't think he understands, you know, how much. He doesn't. Sadness yet again. I'm telling you. This here, You know me, my mind, it kind of goes far, especially when I'm just like channeling. You know, this pride picture here, I don't know if you can see it with like this division. You know, things may look just as good as the karmic sadness, you know, and may seem just as spooky as the connection to his soulmate, you know. But even if it looks like something out of a ghost movie, he'd rather go for the soulmate. Makes me think of the movie Ghost, you know, for those who know. And the karmic, you know, from outside everything looks so beautiful, but at the end of the day you can see the sadness. You know, I'm telling you, she's going to carry it for some time, but I can see yet again a clear division here with this. Like, it's really funny, like this like spirits, you know, and I'm like, you know, it makes me laugh a little bit because I believe I can come in contact, you know, with spirits, and it's like nothing like that. So one more card. Victim consciousness. I'm telling you, that's exactly what the karmic is going to carry, you know. I'm telling you, she won't get over this thing, I know it, you know. Tribe and family with the soulmate card. You're of the same kind. Eventually you guys are going to be one, you know. And I'm telling you, that kind, even to like karmic energy, she will never be able to forgive him. Your DM is unforgettable. I mean, to forget him and forgive him. Your DM is unforgettable. Even at his worst, you know, he's better than average, and that's what the karmic is dealing with. Let's finish. Transformation, yet again. I'm telling you, if he has not transformed yet, he will, sooner than later. Expansion. Expanding his spirit and his mind and things like that, yeah, because he was like in this like, what you call it, like matrix or like 3D type of tunnel, you know, for the longest time, yeah. And now he's awakening. I can see it, you know. Transformation, expansion, awakening, yeah. And one last card. Insight. So you see a little bit of what's happening to your divine masculine. That's what this power here comes from. Now he knows stuff, you know, despite himself. Now he's awakening. Now he's done the work to transform and everything. So it is what it is. Enlightenment. This is crazy. But you can see the energy. And this is going to be my last card. Divine animals, so you know that this power here is real. I can tell you something. I can see it here in like family and tribe and even in soulmates, you know. I'm telling you, if you see yourself like glowing for no reason lately, just know that your divine masculine is acquiring like the power and strength of like a real man. I don't even know if they write, you know, books about this type of man anymore, but like the true essence of what we would think of as like masculinity. I can tell you, this guy, he's tapping into this type of energy here. From like a young man to an older wise man, the thing that will never change is the fact that this guy, from now going forward, you know, he's like a real man. I'm telling you, that's what's happening to him. That's the transformation, you know. Is a little bit like, you know, if you find yourself, you know, fully immersed in this feminine energy, this guy here, he's starting to love the masculine energy. But then you heard the bonus, you know. I don't see any future with this karmic here, and it's the second time around. I know that every situation is different, and I also know that you're not listening to this reading, you know, for nothing. I don't see it, you know. The only thing I see is divine masculine going for what's really his, and the karmic like not being able to move on. Him transforming and her like not being able to reinvent herself, after a breakup. You and your loved ones are safe. A time for healing. I know. But now he can. It's like a little bit like, the energies, they're helping him to, a new start is coming. You're very close to achieving your goal, and I'll tell you which one it is. I can see it here. So if you can feel it, people, if you can like, this year I'm going to tell you, if you resonate with the stuff that I've been telling you lately, you gotta believe that this like union is there for you. Because your DM, he's like a mirror of you doing the work, but I can see divine masculines like doing the work too. And this here is going to be like for you and your divine masculine, you and your loved ones are safe, meaning to me this like soulmate connection and this union, even this family and tribe is safe. A time for healing. I'm telling you, purge as much as the negativity as you can while you're getting ready, for your union. A new start is coming, so you can see it, for yourself. It's like, it's not a contradiction with this like awakening, expansion, enlightenment, transformation that we keep seeing, lately everywhere. A new start is coming, and on top of that, you're very close to achieving your goals. And for those who know, they know, and they have no more doubts, There's a song I'm thinking about, but I can't like remember the song, but I know it's been like moving me lately. I'll keep this card, and come back to it. I need one last card here and we'll finish the reading. Manifestation. So I can tell you something, people. The things that I'm talking about here, they're happening right now. The thing that I can feel is like, if that's not the case already in his mind and in his heart, it's going to happen, like it's going to manifest in his life. This guy here, as he transforms, he would have no more like matching vibration with the karmic, if it makes sense to you. So I'll send this reading as such. Yeah, if you like, don't forget to, if you enjoyed the reading, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Take care of yourself, stay healthy, and I shall see you soon. Bye bye.